Well, you've probably heard about people who don't really need medical marijuana but are able to get a doctor's prescription and a license to smoke anyway.
But now there's a new way to get your Rocky Mountain high through a Colorado ministry selling marijuana for religious reasons. And unlike medical marijuana, there is no license required. Investigative reporter Heidi Hemmett, as always, got to the bottom of this story.
Well, you know what? I'm not just a reporter tonight. I'm actually an ordained cannabis minister. And this certificate right here says I can smoke pot legally anytime I want to, as long as it's for religious reasons. I'm going to give it to you. You guys can read it. It is kind of funny and fun. And even though...
Heidi Hemmett.
Yep, there you go. It's perfect. It's
Minister Hemmett.
Signed and everything. Minister Hemmett. That's right. And while we think it's kind of funny, the cannabis minister who's selling marijuana is very serious about it. He says the First Amendment, which protects the freedom of religion, gives him the legal right to sell pot to anyone who says they'll use it for spiritual purposes. But the Attorney General says he's breaking the law. From the smokers to the growers to the ganja-preneurs.
Is there anyone home?
Colorado has gone to pot, but along with the legitimate are the loopholes. Thousands of potheads blowing smoke, doing whatever it takes to get their medical marijuana license without so much as a cough. But now you don't need an illness, a doctor's prescription, or even a medical marijuana license to smoke pot in Colorado. All you need is a certificate to smoke in the name of God. It's a sanctuary unlike any other, where you can get higher than the heavens and smoke your sacrament. So what do I need? And you can find this ministry in the heart of Boulder.
And this works not just in Boulder, but Denver too?
It's international.
We took our hidden camera to find out what it takes to become ordained.
So what do I say if somebody pulls me over?
You are a ordained cannabis minister.
I was told cannabis ministers are required to pay $50.
God, that's great. Please show me the blessings in this situation and hurry.
Read a prayer out loud.
Amen.
And then I was blessed with a bag of weed or sacrament.
This is 65. Which one is that one?
Same thing.
This is also blueberry?
Yeah.
And while the ministry claims spiritual marijuana is perfectly legal,
Cannabis sacraments is mandated by a religion for baptism, communion, healing, and spiritual unity.
Hey, the guy wants to make money selling drugs, and he's adopted this as kind of a defensive front.
But Colorado Attorney General John Suthers says if you're caught with religious marijuana,
I would suggest to you he's violating the law.
You don't have a prayer.
If you want to smoke pot, I suggest you go see a doctor and convince him you have a debilitating condition.
And when I tried to use my cannabis ministry certificate, hi,
how's it going?
I'm here to get some marijuana at a medical marijuana dispensary. This says I'm an ordained cannabis minister.
That is one of the new ways.
I was laughed at and turned away.
Do I come here to get my pot?
Still, this cannabis minister says the sky's the limit when it comes to how much sacrament he will sell.
I'm legal.
You're legal.
And while he claims it's legal, as far as the law is concerned, he's creating a sticky situation. Now, just for the record, I didn't actually buy the marijuana I was offered. The ministry we found in Boulder seems to be the only one of its kind selling religious marijuana here in Colorado. But in Hawaii and in California, there are religious organizations using marijuana. In fact, a federal court recently ruled that marijuana using Rastafarians may be protected under the law. So if anyone were to decide to go out there and challenge this in a court of law, who knows, they could have a case.
It clearly shows that there's a few problems with the law.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not the medical marijuana law. It's that people are kind of trying to slip in.
Well, exactly.
Make up their own kind of excuse. And
they're coming up with a lot of ingenious ways to do it, apparently.
Right, exactly.
At least you became a minister out of the
Right.
whole deal.
I mean, and so there are some blessings in all of this.
Yes, there are.